We're back in Hard West and we're trying to find shelter. How? I don't know. I assume by clicking on things. Let's check out the destroyed camp first. We've stumbled upon the remnants of a camping site. The tents were ripped to shreds, the fire reduced to a pile of smoking embers. So that's where the horses came from. I think you're right. Whoever camped here came a little too close to the ghost train's path. They're probably long gone now. I shivered. Oh, that was Flynn. I gotta figure out whose name goes with whose voice. Come on, let's keep moving. You can set up camp at any time. While at camp, you can chat with posse members to get to know them better. How do we do that? I'm gonna make camp. But it says look for better shelter. Do we look for better shelter or do we make camp? What do we do? Making shelter on this snowy field seems like a terrible idea. Let's go to the ruined cabin. How come I only see two of us? A close encounter with the ghost train had left the shack in a shambles. Half of it was missing and what remained was barely standing. Searching the ruins would be risky. There's gotta be something here worthwhile around here. The things we found, hunting trophies, dull skinning knives, rusty snares, suggested the hut had belonged to a hunter, but they were useless to us. After finding a whole half-eagle coin, we gave up and decided to abandon the hut to look for a better shelter. We got a half-eagle coin. There's lost supplies down there. I don't fully understand what we're supposed to do. Can we go back for the lost supplies? How do we get to the lost supplies? We can't reach the lost supplies.
Winter in June. Crazy stuff. We're lost, aren't we?
We ain't lost. Let's check out this abandoned farm. The building offered little shelter, but we've managed to start a small fire. It was better than nothing. Suddenly we heard a muffled thump coming from a low mound sitting under a cockeyed cross right beside the broken fence. The sky was dark, but the snow gave the night enough of a glow that we could see that we are alone out there. We stood above the restless grave. Thump, thump, thump. Flynn looked at me.
Jen, I want you to think very carefully about what you're about to do now.
Let's... we dig. Let's check it out carefully. It's fate, girl. Come on. Would you even be able to sleep tonight if we didn't dig up whatever the hell this is? We just need to be careful.
I'd sleep perfectly well. I hate you, Jen Carter.
We searched the farm. Once we found a pair of shovels, we started digging. We were at it for half an hour or so when the thumping intensified. Then, just as we unearthed the lid of a crude pine coffin, it stopped.
Hello?
A pale fist punched a hole through the coffin's lid. Splinters flew around us and the stench of a stale tomb billowed into the cold air. We recoiled, drew our guns, and leveled them at the hand.
What in tarnation?
More loud cracks and grunts broke the wintry silence, and soon a man rose from the grave, his skin pale and sickly, his clothes covered in dust. dead man.
Am I here? What did you do?
It's another one of them there games where there's a whole dialogue section of narration and then the voice actor starts talking, but the voice actor starts talking before the narration that precedes the voice acting. It's very irritating when things like that happen. These game designers, they just can't figure out how to give me time to do the narration before the voice acting starts. Anyway, the dead man hauled himself out of his grave. His mouth creaked open, and a dry cough produced a small cloud of dust. Then he raised a finger at us and spoke with a voice like a rusty nail scraping bone. Let's see. We didn't do anything wrong. We only dug up your grave. You're the one that was knocking on the thing. I'm gonna let Flynn deal with him. Flynn knows what to do.
You'd better watch where you're pointing that rotten finger. We helped you, jackass. We dug you up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The undead thing grunted and trudged toward the house. We decided to follow. Inside, the stranger inspected every room, nook and cranny. He grunted and coughed his way through the place, his methodical movements betraying a peculiar strength and purpose. He towered above us, and yet we still couldn't see his eyes when he finally turned toward us again.
Guns! I need guns!
His name is Bill. Who are you exactly?
Back in my breathing days, folks called me Old Man Bill. I've seen everything. Done everything the West has to offer. I've been an outlaw, a thief, a sheriff, a bounty hunter, hell, even an exorcist for a while.
An exorcist?
And now I'm this. Whatever this is.
Oh, what just happened exactly?
One day, I just woke up in that pine box buried in my yard. At first I thought I'd been dreaming. I remembered this vision of a train of death, driven by the devil himself and chugging its way straight to hell. When he spotted me, he started to laugh. Laughed so hard, he woke me up.
Oh, I think we heard that guy laughing too.
When I realized I was trapped, I started hitting on the coffin's lid, trying to break free. It didn't hurt none. And being already dead, I wasn't afraid of dying. I just knew I needed to get free.
Lucky for you, we were here then.
I don't know how long I was down there. An hour, a day, a week. The next thing I remember was the sounds of shovels, of you digging, and then I broke through.
Well, what exactly are you after, Bill?
I'm gonna get some guns. Gonna track down the devil who woke me up. Gonna get him good. Then I'm gonna lay me back down.
So when I click on a response, my character actually says something that's completely different. You're not attacking and you seem like you're in your right mind. What are you planning to do?
Listen, we know that devil of yours, and he's one tough son of a bitch. Name's Mammon, and he's done us wrong too. If you're gunning for him, I reckon we should maybe ride together, at least for a few days.
Yeah.
You got yourself a deal. For now. Mister?
Jen Carter, and this here's Flynn.
Whatever you say, kids. Call me Bill. Look, years ago, I stashed some equipment in an old hunting shack east of here. Let's wait out the blizzard. See if my stuff's still there.
Luckily, we got one more horse for you. Let's go. While exploring the game world, you'll often find side quests that can provide additional loot. Unlocked. Old Man Bill. Bill's stash is in the ruined cabin. Well, let's go. A close encounter with the ghost train. Okay. It left the shack in a shambles. Searching the ruins would be risky. So what are we poking around for here? Guns beneath the floorboards, I think. Plus some whiskey stashed in the cellar. And dynamite? Yeah, tucked up under the roof. That's a damn mess. Getting anything out of there without bringing it down on our heads would be one hell of a feat. The girl's right. I'll grab the guns first, and then any preferences. I never say no to a whiskey. While we stood safely outside the shack, our new undead pal went rummaging through the debris. The place creaked and moaned in protest. It wasn't going to hold up much longer. Just as Flynn predicted, the busted-down hut collapsed, burying Bill beneath piles of broken timber. We stood there and gaped at the ruins, shocked that we'd lost the old man so sudden like that. Just as I was opening my mouth to say a few words over his new grave, that tough son of a gun crawled up from the wreck like it was nothing. He handed us the loot with a scowl. Goddamn termites. Pretty slick, old man. Bill didn't say a word. Just gave me a nod as we mounted up and rode off. Hey, we got Bill's stuff. A wild buffalo rifle, etc. Open the inventory menu by clicking his icon at the top right of the screen. That would be this icon. You can assign the acquired loot to any character. Remember to experiment with different posse loadouts anytime you get something new. So, we've got a duckfoot handgun, a wild buffalo rifle, a coach gun, which is a shotgun, and some whiskey. So it seems that our original posse is completely gone now, and we only have Jin and Flynn right now. Flynn seems to have some sort of mystical powers. Oh, also, Old Man Bill inflicts extra damage while using handguns, so we're gonna leave him his dirty copper handgun. And dynamite. I think I'm gonna give Jin the wild buffalo rifle. And we'll give Jin Carter the coach gun. And we'll give Old Man Bill the duckfoot, armed with buckshot. A pistol that's a shotgun. Sounds ludicrous. Oh, we can't click on cards yet. Okay. Everyone's equipped. Ready to go. Let's make camp. We set up camp and gathered round the fire. We could hear the wind howling around us like a heartbroken banshee. Even our horses huddled together close. Flynn sat there alone, staring at the fire. I sat beside her. For some time I was wrestling with myself. There was something deeply wrong with me. I could feel it. There's something wrong with me. Wrong? What do you mean? I don't know. I feel strange. Different. This thing Mammon did to me in Kestrel hurt like hell. Like someone was pulling the marrow out of my bones.
This Mammon, he spoke of souls, didn't he? I think whatever he wanted to do to us, especially what he did to you and Kestrel, well, I think he did just that.
You think he took my soul?
You really are something else, Jin. You're so goddamn blind to everything that's not under your control that you can't see shit. Look behind you, asshole. You're casting no shadow.
What? She stoked the fire and the flames grew brighter for a moment. I turned to look behind me and it took a moment before it hit me. She was right. There was nothing where my shadow should have been. As far as the fire was concerned, it was like I wasn't even there.
No one cares if you believe in a soul or not. The name doesn't matter. It's not just you. I feel strange too. I still have a shadow, but it's looking damn ragged. Whatever Mammon did to us in the ghost train, he hurt all of us. But you and Kestrel, you got the worst of it. When it comes to shadows, you lost it all.
Well, that's bad. I was rendered speechless. Well, maybe Kestrel's fine, though.
You're an asshole, Jin. Always have been. And Kestrel had this gentle heart. Something raw and true inside. Nothing you'd understand.
Well, how come you keep hanging out with me if you keep yelling at me?
I don't know why my first instinct was to save you. But here we are, alone 1,000 miles from where we started, in the middle of freak winter in June. And I'm stuck not with him, but with you.
Well, let's have a toast to Kestrel, the sharpest and quickest shot in the hard west.
That was strangely nice, Jin. Thanks.
Toast to Kestrel, the sharpest and quickest shot in the hard west.
I love how the voice actors just randomly start talking. Completely unrelated to anything I click on in the game. The fire died and so did the conversation. But wait, I want to ask her about her past. Flynn is Accomplice, Chapter 1.
What else you want to know, Jin? I already told you I was raised in an orphanage. I escaped that and I grew up on the streets of Mornwood till I joined up with the circus that came through town. That's where you and Kestrel found me. And that's it.
Well, it seems like a pretty thin backstory to me.
I never knew my parents. The sisters at the orphanage told me that a lone man in tattered clothes and a haunted face left me on their doorstep. They say that was my father, and I have a feeling that wherever these powers of mine come from, they came to me through him. So, I'll find him one day, you know? When we're all done with this, I'll find him.
Ah, I knew it. I knew there had to be some sort of dark, tragic past involving your parents and your backstory. Thanks for talking, Flynn. Now I'm gonna go talk to Bill. We were both curious about our new friend, freshly resurrected friend. Our new and freshly resurrected friend. Jin and I, we were both curious.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? We don't even know what is he.
But before I could ask any questions, Flynn pulled me away from the Revenant. We're in the middle of nowhere and we might be facing off against the devil himself soon, and we already lost good men. So yes, I feel like joining forces with a gritty veteran who can't die. I think it's a mighty fine notion. With talents like yours, it ain't like you got a right to complain about others hauling around that kind of strangeness. Flynn cursed, but she let me go. I forgot, Flynn. I get these two confused. Flynn and Jin. Jin is the man, Flynn is the woman. So, stranger old Bill Revenant, tell me about your life.
Back in my breathing days, folks called me Old Man Bill. I've seen everything.
Heard this.
Done everything the West has to offer.
Definitely heard this.
I've been an outlaw,
Yep.
a thief, sheriff,
Yeah.
bounty hunter, even an exorcist for a while.
Wow, exorcist.
Now I'm this.
Yep.
Whatever this is.
This is a Revenant. How did you die exactly?
After I retired, I lived on this here farm with my wife and my son. For the longest period of my life, I found peace. But it didn't last. One day, an old enemy of mine showed up at my door, determined to cross me off his list of debts to be paid. I killed 7 of his men before the last 3 wrestled me down and held me tight. Then he drew his gun and put me down like a dog.
Like a dog. Jesus, it must have been years.
One day, I just woke up in that pine box buried in my yard. At first I thought I'd been dreaming. I remembered this vision of a train of death, driven by the devil himself and chugging its way straight to hell. When he spotted me, he started to laugh. Laughed so hard, he woke me up. I don't know how long I was down there. An hour, a day, a week. The next thing I remember was the sounds of shoals, of you digging, and then I broke through.
Alright, you said all that before. Why don't you have any new dialogue, Bill? You think we got time to listen to the same voice acting over and over again? I get the feeling this game was made by someone whose only knowledge of the Old West is from comic books. I get the strong feeling this game was not made by an American development team. It just has that feel. So, my friend Flynn here has some questions. Go on, Flynn. I bet he doesn't mind. So, Bill, are you really dead?
I'm afraid so, miss. I got no pulse. I don't need to breathe. My insides have rotted away. I'm little more than dust and bone. Yet, I feel this strange power in me. I don't feel the pains from growing old anymore. I don't feel much at all. Everything seems gray, and the world tastes like ashes. Yet here I am. I linger on.
You know the developers are like, get the most Texas-sounding voice actors that the world has ever known. I linger on. Put 12 vowels in every word. What about your past, Bill?
I ain't proud of my past, Carter. I roamed around the whole hard West like my boots were always itching to move. Never settled down. At least not till that farm at the end. It's a hell of a tale. But I need to think some about how I want to tell it.
Oh, really? You're not going to tell us your past, huh? Not going to tell us anything in Chapter 1? Is that what I'm hearing?
In my outlaw days, I ran with this gang called the Cardinals.
Huh.
Oh, bloodiest damn gang in the hard West. I
Really?
was young and stupid and just fucking despicable.
Ugh.
And I loved every minute of it.
Yikes.
To hold a gun on someone and know you have their life on the tip of your fingers? It's exhilarating.
That's pretty extreme, Bill. Pretty extreme. Are you sure you're an ally of ours? Thanks, Bill. That'll be all. I've heard enough. Your tale of exhilarating... your tales of blood and outlawry with the Cardinals and being despicable has turned me off of all conversation with you. See you later. Let's break camp. And now what do we do? Did we gain anything from that camp? Okay, the nearest town is apparently that way, so I guess we're going back to the farm. Taking this trail to the south.
Oh, my lashes are freezing over.
What's this Red Cross here all about?
Are we there yet?
Suddenly, we've stumbled upon a scene so gruesome, so irrational, that even I cursed silently. Looking down, we could see a patch of blood-soaked snow surrounding a flimsy cross. Someone nailed a naked man to it, then left him to die in the cold. I got off my horse and took a step closer. Flynn didn't follow. Be careful. This man had been dead for days, left out in the weather. Animals had gotten to him, leaving behind only a scrawny skeletal shape with a mess of dried guts spilled between his legs. Maybe there's something useful here. Ignoring the stench, I kicked the snow and guts around the corpse in search of anything useful. I noticed something stuck inside the corpse's chest cavity. Could it be playing cards? Suddenly the corpse jerked up, twisted its neck, and snapped with its teeth at my face. Yes. Flynn, any ideas? Is this a friend of yours, Bill? I pulled back immediately. The undead thing kept trashing about, hoping to attack us, but the nails and the ropes held tight. He's nothing like me. No memories, no free will, only hunger. Probably revived when the ghost train passed nearby. Damn fool. Set our own revenant, then took a Gudden and kept shooting until the undead's head was gone. Then I took a gun and kept shooting until the undead's head was gone. Only then it stopped moving. Without the head, the undead was now less lively. Now it was simply a matter of courage. Yeah, I get the feeling from the writing also that this game did not originate in the United States. Okay, so do we get the cards? What? I don't understand the cards thing. Whoever gets the cards gets less. Okay, I see. I see what's going on now. So whoever picks up these cards is going to get 3 benefits and 1 bad effect, and the bad effect is always losing hit points. So I think, go on there, Bill. Get those cards. Get that 9 of spades to increase your bullseye chance, and your king of diamonds to increase your luck, and your queen of clubs to increase your speed. You don't need those, you don't mind having 2 points off your health. As he reached between the ribs, the headless corpse jerked, and I saw its sharp, broken bones jab his hand. At least he managed to get hold of the cards. But he lost 2 hit points in the process. Oh, it's not a permanent loss, it's just a temporary loss. I see now. Lively damn bugger. You unlock new cards. Open the cards menu by clicking its icon at the top right of the screen. New cards. 9 of spades. King of diamonds. And the Queen of clubs. What do we do with cards? By adding cards to a character's hand, you can improve their statistics. For example, select Jin and put the King of diamonds in his hand to increase his luck. Oh, so these are like passive effects. Wait, there is no Queen of Diamonds. Did they say put the Queen of Diamonds in his hand? Or the King of Diamonds? I think he said the King of Diamonds. Jin's got the King of Diamonds. Flynn's got the Queen of Clubs. Nope. No, she doesn't. There we go. It's very finicky about where you drop the card. And old Bill's gonna get the 9 of spades for a bullseye chance plus 3. Can we... Those are adjustable, I assume. Or did I just permanently do something there? Yeah, it's fine. All good. Do we go down to the train station? Or do we stop here? Let's go down to the train station. What could possibly happen? What could possibly happen at this train station? As we came closer to the station, we saw a single train standing on a side track and a sad, round man with his hands in his pockets standing on the wooden platform. You're new, huh? Got in right before the avalanche. Oh, what avalanche? The Eastern Pass is blocked. No trains, no roads, nothing. We're trapped here in this damn valley. What's happening in town, though? Damn Richie's playing sheriff again. I heard they found them a wanted man, a native. They're gonna hang him today. A native? Could that be Deer? Big guy wearing an army jacket? Don't know. Never wanted to have anything to do with this. Alright, well, we're off. Adios. Well, looks like our work is cut out for us. We gotta rescue Laughing Deer. But I think we're actually gonna stop and save here and then take a break. And I guess we're gonna use the same name. I like how all the save games have the same name. That's really useful. Why did they ask us for a name if we just have the same name for each one? Don't make no sense. Alright, that's it for now. This game is so weird. It's just such a weird game.